Welcome to the Glazov gang, and tonight the best Glazov gang ever. Our Glazov gang members tonight: Morgan Brittany, a conservative TV and movie star; Michael Chandler, an intellectual; and our new Glazov gang member, the man, the myth, the legend, Orestes Matacena. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
He is,
Very good. Very good.
How come nobody claps for me like that?
We know you.
He is a filmmaker, and his latest blockbuster is To Deforce. Am I correct?
Correct.
Let me just very quickly tell our viewers a little bit about you. You've played the antagonist in many Hollywood studio films, such as The Mask,
Correct.
starring Jim Carrey, Dickstown with James Woods,
Absolutely.
and Wild West with Will Smith.
Correct.
And you were the bad guy in all of them?
Not in Wild Wild West. Actually, in Wild Wild West also, but it wasn't as bad as the others.
Michael is surrounded. We're both villains surrounding Michael.
I'm the good guy.
Okay, just a second. So you usually play bad people?
Bad, yeah. Because you know what happens is I always say that good guys they go to heaven, but bad guys they go anywhere they want, including heaven if they confess.
Yeah, but have you killed one of the great heroes of television, huh?
Because Morgan Brittany...
That you
I win,
absolutely.
right?
Just so our viewers know the context, Morgan Brittany, Catherine Wentworth, iconic television series Dallas, and you
Right.
killed Bobby.
That's right.
But it was just
all a dream.
It was just a dream. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our very special new gang member to the viewers just for a couple minutes, out of respect. Before we do, I don't want to scare you, but there's a rule about the Glazov gang. We only tell them when they come on the show. Morgan and Michael, tell Orestes the rule of the Glazov gang.
The rule of the Glazov gang is, okay, you can check out any time you like.
But you can never leave.
Okay, so you're a member for life.
I am in.
And what song was that?
I don't know, but
Hotel.
Well, California.
By the Eagles.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
I will never.
And you're not scared, right?
Absolutely.
But you know what? I get a feeling from you, if you wanted to leave, I'm not going to get in your way.
No. I will never leave. I'm, the bug bit me and that's it.
Orestes, you were born in Cuba.
Correct.
You fought against the Castro regime.
Absolutely.
Tell us very briefly about that.
Well, when I was, I was a kid at the time, and of course I became, like everybody else, was against Batista, which was a dictator. And I was part of that like everyone else. But for 3 months, I was a revolutionary for 3 months. After
Against Batista?
No.
Oh.
When Castro took over, I was a revolution. I mean, I love Castro. And
Oh, you loved Castro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Everybody did because he's supposed to have, wanted to get rid of a dictator. And,
I'm sorry, we have to move quickly.
Correct.
Just briefly,
So
but
I
he
did
betrayed
that.
the revolution,
So
you
I
were
betrayed it,
disillusioned.
and then I became fighting against. I started fighting against him.
I'd like to thank
my
you very
resistance.
much, because my family fought against the Soviet regime, and
absolutely.
I always respect a person that fought a communist SOB.
Absolutely.
How did you get out of Cuba?
I escaped in a plane, and with all my papers, not with a gunpoint or anything. The resistance falsified all my papers, because if I would have stayed there,
Okay. Orestes, you ended up in Mexico. You got
Correct.
into the United States.
Absolutely.
Now, we have investigators that look into the background of our gang members.
Okay.
I found out that you arrived in the United States speaking no English, without a penny in your pocket.
Absolutely.
You washed dishes for a long time.
Correct.
And for a while, only eating an apple every 3 days.
Correct.
But you became a car salesman.
yeah, that's
And when
what-
you sold your first car, you ate your first great meal. Am I correct?
yeah, and a couple
Give
of
us 30
beers.
seconds about that. Tell us.
Well, basically, you said exactly what I had to. I became when I came here to America, the first job that I got was as a dishwasher in Titusville, Florida. And then from there on, I hated it because I was working 9 hours a day, 6
This
days a
sounds like
week.
Tony Montana in
for-
Scarface. A little bit, because
Yeah.
he was washing.
And for $30, all Cubans went through that, for $30 a week, and I hated it. So then, I
Orestes,
yes.
while living in Cuba in your teen years, we have discovered that you had 12 dogs and 21 cats, but they were not allowed in the house.
Absolutely.
What was that all about?
Well, we lived in a sugar mill plantation, and my dad, 12 dogs and 21 cats inside the house. My dad is Italian, and, he liked animals and everything, and he loved animals, but he said,
But how did
two
they?
are enough.
But how did they live outside? How did they know which house they lived at if they lived
Well,
outside?
because it was a big house. We had 38 acres of
So you're good with animals.
manicured gardens. So, they were there roaming around, but no problem.
Okay, let me interrupt for a minute. Morgan, Michael, cats or animals?
Yeah.
Cats
Oh.
or dogs?
Oh, all animals, dogs, but I have goats and chickens, and I have a farm, so.
So you guys relate, because you're
And
very good with
horses,
animals.
yeah.
You had horses,
Oh,
right?
I had horses, of course.
What is the best animal?
Cats.
Wait, just wait, Michael?
Cats.
But cats don't really care about you, though, when
That's
you come
true,
home.
but they're low maintenance.
That's true.
Yeah, but they want things on their own terms. And that's
But I say no and I say no.
Okay, Morgan?
Dogs for me.
Dogs, because
for
they
me.
are very loving, right?
They are unconditional love. No matter what, when you come home, you are it.
Right, and the cat just ignores you, and I
The
don't
cat
like
just
that.
goes, eh.
Yeah.
My cats don't ignore me.
The
Oh,
German
you know,
Shepherd.
Well,
they know
okay,
the
what
sound
do
of-
you? Okay.
German Shepherds to me are the great. I had a German Shepherd for 16 years, and I taught in New York, and I taught him to do everything. I never had a leash on. I taught him not to or her not to cross the street ever, and she never did. And I could throw a ball into, and she started running, and when if she didn't get the ball into the street, she will stop, and she will be like.
That's incredible.
She will, yeah.
Thank you for joining us for the Glazov Gang. Okay, now, we're going to move on, but I'm just a little bit curious. Let me ask one more question.
What's
Because
that?
I think the animals teach us a lot about
Yeah,
humans.
absolutely.
They do.
What is something that animals tell us about ourselves? Morgan?
What do animals tell us? Well, we should actually take a little more from animals, I
Really?
think. I do.
Because Dostoevsky said that they don't have sadism like we do.
No, I don't. No, they
Largely
well,
don't.
They largely
Michael?
don't.
They largely don't. But I think of, Wolverines or something really nasty, and they can be pretty.
What's wolf, or what do you mean?
A Wolverine?
Yeah, what is that?
They live up in like Michigan and places like that. Maybe Alaska.
Yeah, they're
and they're a very
crazy.
dangerous, implacable animal, and they can be.
If you had to be an animal, would you be a wolverine?
Well,
If
you'd
I had,
survive.
if I had to be, yeah.
Orestes, what, for an animal lover like you that had 12 dogs, 21 cats, what is the lesson?
Well, that they are very noble. Horses,
Noble.
noble. Yeah, and I think like forget about the cats and dogs and horses and stuff. If you take, let's say, a cow, look at a cow, at the eye of a cow, they have such an innocence that is.
Have you been
absolute.
smoking anything before?
I know. If you're not into animals, you will
Okay.
not understand this. But if you are
Okay,
into
I'm going to
animals,
think about that.
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
look in the eyes of a cow and you'll see innocence.
And innocence
Okay.
is
like
terrifying.
thinking
A
India,
terrifying
right?
innocence.
But I don't.
A terrifying innocence?
Yes.
That's a very interesting thing. We'll explore that later.
Yeah,
One more thing, and I promise we will discuss the issues of the week. I have done some
Try-
research on you. You were once called a hillbilly in an Armani suit.
Correct.
Why, and do you find that offensive?
No, it's not offensive. I think because I was a cowboy in Cuba.
Wow.
I used to break Mustangs. I did rodeos. I did lasso. I did everything. And a horse, I can do anything on top of a horse.
Okay.
And so my girlfriend she has that's the way she says that I am. I put
A hillbilly in an Armani
if
suit.
I can put an Armani suit, I can be. I'm still a hillbilly.
Very interesting
That's
person.
great. I love
Okay, now
that.
for our viewers, To Deforce.
Absolutely.
A film that you have made. It's out there. Let's take a quick clip, show a clip of it.
Oh my goodness gracious. Finally we meet alone, Mr. President. I've been waiting for this opportunity since the day you stole the presidency from me.
It will only take one nuke blast to kill, to exterminate every single living being in the United States. Do you understand that? Barack Hussein Obama. I own the world. I own you, Barack.
Absolutely
yes.
fantastic. Very impressive. 10 seconds on the film.
The film is about the clash of two superpowers, the United States versus China. And it's I will recommend everyone to see it because they're going to have a lot of fun.
I am going to watch it for sure.
Absolutely.
Are you guys impressed?
I'm
Yes.
impressed.
How
let
do
me
you
tell
feel in the presence of this star this evening?
I'm looking forward to seeing his work.
Yeah,
I am
well,
too.
thank you so
Well,
much.
I've seen your acting ability. So.
But
I
what do you
that's
think
wonderful.
about sitting with Morgan Brittany?
She's the queen.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
sweet
yeah.
is that?
I'm to tell you the truth, I am honored to be here
Oh,
sitting in
my
this
goodness.
table. with
Okay, now, should we continue talking about cats and dogs or move on to Obamacare?
I
and the
know
government
you want to
shutdown?
avoid
Yeah.
Obamacare at all costs,
Okay,
don't you?
Glazov gang
Something you
members,
support, right?
to the issues of the week. Morgan, let's begin with you. Your thoughts on the government shutdown. Maybe it'll be over by the time this airs, but the issues do not go away.
You know what? They are making such a big deal out of this. This is nothing. Nobody cares about this shutdown. The media is trying to make it a major event.
Hasn't cannibalism broken out and everything?
Yeah, really. But I'm telling you that if you listen to the media, it's doom and gloom and everybody's starving and everybody's losing. These are non-essential government employees.
Morgan, whose fault is it? Is it because the Republicans are being stubborn or the Democrats were supposed to compromise on Obamacare?
You know what? The Republicans are finally taking a stand and standing up for something that they believe in. Finally.
Thanks to a Cuban American.
That's
Okay.
right. Thanks to
Ted
Ted
Cruz.
Cruz.
Okay, go ahead. What do you mean by that?
Well, Ted Cruz is a Cuban American,
Okay.
and a Cuban had to come here and put a stop to all this nonsense.
Because the American men, they don't have that, like the Cuban
No, they
Americans.
do, but happened to be that was a Cuban American who did it,
And that made you proud.
Absolutely.
Who's got some fight in them.
Yeah, yeah.
Got some guts.
Yeah.
So are you happy that the Republicans are fighting this?
Well, Obama don't care. I think that President Obama should have read the 20,000 pages of Obama Don't Care, and then maybe Obama will start having ObamaCare instead of Obama Don't Care.
What's the
because
Obama
what we
Don't
have,
Care?
the one we have now, and they want to start. What we have here with the Obama, I call it Obama Don't Care.
Okay, what we have right now is Obama Don't
Care.
And
And
the-
I would like President Obama to have read the 20,000 pages
Okay.
of the
I'd
Obama
like him
Don't
to
Care.
sign up for it.
Okay, wait.
Dream
Now
on.
the intellectual is going to speak.
All right,
Chandler.
Michael, take it away.
The intellectual.
I think this government shutdown is a big mistake. It's going to redound badly to the Republicans, I think.
It's going to hurt the Republicans because
Yeah,
it's
it is.
making them look like stubborn
Well, it's-
teenagers. Or,
Yeah, because you have to remember that the Republicans aren't just fighting the Democrats, nor are they just fighting Obama. They are actually fighting the media. And media shapes public perspectives. And they're not going to present the nuances, the rationales that the Republicans are striving to stand upon and fight for and
But-
enlighten people
But
with.
Michael,
All they're going to
the
say is,
Republicans are supposed to try to stop Obamacare.
yes, they are. You know how they should do it? they should fund that sucker and let that sucker go sail right into a crash.
That-
Listen,
no.
you know,
Because that's the only way it can go. There's no way that Obamacare is going to succeed. But for the
But that's the whole idea. They're going to destroy the country with
Absolutely.
it. By the time it fails, the country's going to collapse.
It's
But
the
it-
nose under the tent. Once it gets in, you get it in there, it's going to be impossible to
But
take
Michael's
it away.
saying, let it collapse and let the American
Let it
people. Okay,
because
just
then
a
the
second.
Republicans say, we told you so, but you chose not to listen.
Okay,
Too
okay,
late.
1 second.
Too late.
Orestes seems that he's disagreeing with the intellectual. Go ahead.
Okay,
That's
you know,
fine.
what do you think? You know, what is Obama? Bush, McCain, Romney, and Obama have in common?
Is this a trick question?
No,
Okay, I don't know.
is that they all love big government, and I think that the worst thing that we have here is that big government
Oh,
and
yeah.
the tentacles
Oh, yeah.
But,
of.
okay.
Well,
That's
No,
usually
go
not
ahead.
yeah,
disputed.
and Obamacare is part of that thing that is going to destroy and we need to make it to put a stop to the whole.
But yes,
the
so
problem is
but-
how you convince the people that this is the problem,
And
The
not by
people-
shutting the government down.
People have been.
We have to shut the government if that
Yeah,
is
but
the.
But
They're
he's
not-
saying
they're
that
not-
turns the people against the Republicans.
Exactly.
No,
they're
it
not
won't.
gonna, they're not going to appreciate why the government is shutting down.
No.
All they know
They
is that the
don't-
government
Okay,
is
wait.
shutting down.
They don't care. They're
Let-
watching Dancing
Let
with
one
the
of the
Stars.
most
Yes,
beautiful
they
women
do.
in the world say what she thinks.
Listen, this whole thing, Obama doesn't want Obamacare to succeed. If you look between the lines, he wants universal health care. He wants single payer.
Right.
So if this thing collapses, he couldn't be happier. All of the glitches, everything going on, this is
Okay.
for his plan. He doesn't care.
Okay, wait. Okay, Glazov gang members, look. He was on there saying, call this number. There's 150 languages that you can. I mean, imagine
Yeah.
the bureaucracy
Right.
here. It's almost like they're intentionally setting up such a big weight for the
Yeah.
system to collapse. We only got 2 minutes left. I invited you this week because each of you have prophetic qualities.
Okay.
I need the prophecy now. What is going to happen? How's this going to go down? Who's going to cave and who will it hurt or help Morgan?
Well, I don't know.
I thought you were a
I don't
pro-
trust.
What-
Listen. I don't trust the Republicans. I don't trust John Boehner as far as I can throw him. I really don't.
They're gonna-
So
so the
I don't know
Republicans will
what kind of.
turn-
I don't know what kind of backroom deals they're making. I don't know what's going
Are
on.
the Republicans going to back down? I think they have.
I think ultimately they will. I think they're going to piecemeal, laws and do that.
Okay, Michael.
They have to back down. They're not in a position of strength. They're fighting an uphill battle in 3 different directions. They're fighting the president, they're fighting media, and they're fighting the Democrats. In fact, they're fighting public opinion, 4 actually, because people love freebies. And what the Republicans are trying to fight against is Santa Claus. The Democrats...
But it's not free.
Okay.
But the public doesn't see it that way. They think, oh boy, I'm going to get free medical care, I'm going to get free cell phones and more Medicare, more food
guys-
stamps, and they think it's free. You and I agree that it's not free. There's no debate there.
Well, like
But
Margaret-
in the minds of many people, they see it as a freebie, and anybody who challenges or withholds that freebie is going to get the ire
Okay,
of the people.
thank
That's
you.
all.
We are out of time. The last words go to the Buddha of wisdom, a Cuban titan, Orestes Matacena.
What
last word go to you.
I can say is that the American dream, President Obama is turning it into a European nightmare.
Amen.
On that
I agree with
very-
that.
On that
I agree with
note-
that.
On that optimistic note,
Let's all just
we're
split
going to
our
go
wrists
to a
right
break
now.
here.
Yes, really.
Join us for our second segment when we discuss the slaughter in Nairobi. We'll see you then on the Glazov Gang.